many of y'all have a bucket list for your life? How many of y'all actually even know what's supposed to be going into a bucket list? Today, I am going to share an exciting new tool that I found and give you a little background, a little bucket list 101. First of all, if you feel like you've just been kind of going through the motions of your life and maybe you're ready to start living your life to the fullest and making every single day count, maybe you need to discover what it is that you truly want in your life. So one of the first things that you need to do, you need to shake things up and you need to actually create a master bucket list for your life. Now, in this bucket list, what's supposed to be on there? Places to go, things to see, things to do, experience, and accomplish. For example, you might be looking for some award. Like I want to win one of the 2 comma awards from ClickFunnels. Y'all know what that means? That means have $1 million in revenue that I've sold through ClickFunnels. Other people might have a bunch of travel. Maybe you want to go to the Eiffel Tower, whether the one in Paris, the one in Vegas, or the one in Texas. Some of you might want to go over to Europe and spend some time at the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Some of you, I'm sure, have some financial goals, right? So one of the easiest ways to get started is to set aside some quiet time just so that you can think and let your mind go crazy, okay? Don't worry about categories or anything like that. Just get you a piece of paper, or if you'd like for me to send you this PDF, you can just send me a message with your email and I'll send you a copy of it. It's got 100 blanks for you just to fill, okay? So the first step is I want you just to go crazy and just whatever comes to your mind, top of your mind, I want you to fill that out. And then the next step is I want you to categorize it. Okay, you'll need to do the list again. Remember, plan your work and work your plan. That's the way you make things happen. So the next thing is you want to categorize this into maybe travel. And travel can be divided into continents. It can be divided, I would just say first thing is to do U.S. and then outside U.S. Okay, that would be a way to categorize your travel. And then things to do, see, experience, and accomplish. Also events. I've got events on mine, so I have broken some of mine down for events. And then the next thing that you do is after you categorize those, you could also cluster things together. For example, if you want to go to New York, you probably have a bunch of things on your bucket list that you want to see, do, and experience while you're in New York. So you would want to make sure that all of those were in one little area. And then next, you want to prioritize which ones are most important to you. This is a master bucket list, round 1. So you just put anything and everything, basically you're just throwing it at the wall and seeing what sticks. And then you go through there and you really look at it. And you say to yourself, okay, if I had 1 year left to live, what would I want to get accomplished in that year with my life? What would be the 100 top things that I would want to, where I would want to go, see, travel, do, experience, whatever, that would be your priority. And the next thing is, you need to do your homework. Once you get your prioritized list, you need to do your homework and you need to find out, for example, especially travel and different things like that, what's the best time of year to go? Do you need any special clothing? Do you need any special training? Do you have to have reservations? Who do you want to go with you? All of those things is important. This is why so many people don't accomplish what their dreams are, y'all. It's because they don't plan. One of the things that I did was when we got our assignment to go to Europe, I was so excited for the first time in our life because we had been dreaming about living in Europe ever since Rob was early on. And the kids were all grown. We were empty nesters before we finally got that assignment. So what I did, and I'm so grateful that I did it, was I did all of my homework. I bought the travel books. I spent the money, I spent the time, I had all of the countries, I had the top 10 things to do in every single country. I knew the prices, I knew everything before we ever even left the United States. And I'm so grateful that I did that, because you never know whether you have an extra day, 3 days, a week, or whatever to go and explore. So I was able to pull out that list, and I knew exactly, okay, we've got a day. What can we do? You know, we travel a day, we're there a day, and we come home a day. What can I do in that time span? If I'd have had to look all that junk up, I'd have spent all my time prepping. We wouldn't even got to go anywhere. So that really, really was a wonderful thing that I am so grateful that I did. And also, Rob was injured during that time. And so we were kind of limited with his mobility and with the time that we got off. And so, man, those lists really come in handy. So anyways, you need to prep for that. Let's see here. Next, you want to figure out, you want to categorize these in, do you need a week? Do you need a month? Do you need a weekend? You know, what's the time frame that you need for each of these activities? So many of you would love to travel, but you're not making that a priority and you think you can't. For many, many years, Rob was in the military, as most of y'all know. He was in the Army, and we never knew whether we was going to get a 3-day weekend or whatever, you know, some time off. And he might call me Friday at noon and say, or, you know, Thursday or whatever, and say, hey, I'm going to have a 4-day weekend. By the time that he got home from work, my kids all had packing lists. And by the time that he got home from work, we already had the bags packed, the cars packed. We was ready to roll. We was ready to roll. And that's the way that we, you know, did. Otherwise, we'd have never been able to do it. You sit around and think, okay, we got a couple of days. Where can we go? What can we do? How much money do we have? No. You need to have this stuff planned in advance. So you can. For those of you who don't have very much time off, you could literally get off work Friday, have your bags packed Thursday night, ready to go, pack up your car, leave Friday night, do a day trip. Go somewhere that's less than 8 hours that you can drive there. You spend all day Saturday there, and then Sunday you come home. You could do that once a month, twice a month, whatever your budget, you know, will allow. And you just do like we didn't have 2 nickels to rub together, y'all, on this travel thing. You know, we come down to Florida all the time on $100 a prayer and, you know, a prayer and a dime, and with a cooler full of sandwiches. You don't have to spend a whole lot of money. So anyways, I wanted to share that with you. But the most exciting thing that I wanted to share with you is this new bucket list journal that I bought. Now, I've never done a journal for my bucket list. I've done vision boards and all this other kind of stuff. But as you know, 2025, the Level Up 2025 program, I am trying to find all of the tools and resources that I need that I can share with y'all so that I can level up every single area of my life. And one of the things is I am redoing my master bucket list for 2025. I'm just, you know, starting the slate over fresh with all the things that I want to accomplish. And what is super cool about this little journal is, first of all, they give you, I'm going to do some screenshots a little bit later, and I'll put them in the comments down below. It gives you 300 bucket list ideas that'll kind of jog your memory, give you some ideas. And then it's got blanks for you to fill in your bucket list. And then it's got blanks for you to put some pictures in for your vision board. And then it's got these countries where you can mark off where you have visited, places that you want to visit next, and ones that you've already done. And then the pages that I just really love. I don't know if y'all can see this. This is small. You know, you see my hand here. I love this size. This is a perfect little size. Not too big, not too little. And inside here, on the left is the before, and on the right is after. And so you get to number your bucket list items, you know, in the order of priority. So you put the number there, and it says, I love this, because I've talked to you before about why your why is so important. And it's actually got it here on your bucket list. This is on my list because, and this gives you a big blank of putting, why do you want to do this? It says the location, when do you want to do it, who do I want to take with me, the difficulty level, your excitement level, how much is it going to cost, the action steps to make it happen, a reward if achieved, and then a place for some notes down at the bottom. That's the before. And then on the other side is the after. You put your date that you completed it. It says how I felt after I've accomplished it, your favorite moments to remember, and then it gives you a place for the story, you know, for you to write a little paragraph or something about that particular item. And if you rewarded yourself, and then how satisfied were you with that bucket list. And in the back, let's see here, some other things that I saw. A lot of blank space in the back. And then they've got a little, tells you how to use the book. I really love, Clever does a really nice job. And then you've got some really cool stickers that you can put on your bucket list items. So anyways, like I said, I've not ever journaled my bucket list, but I am going to be using for my goals, I'm going to be using some software. And anybody who wants to join me and join my team for 2025 on this Level Up Challenge, we're going to do sprints in 90 days. We're going to do it in 90 days, and then we're going to see how well we did, and then we're going to make course corrections or whatever we need to do, and then we're going to do it again for another 90 days. We're going to do that throughout 2025, so I'm really excited about that. So we'll be using some software to track our big, bodacious goals. Going to break those down into increments, but before you can do that, again, you got to decide what it is that you want for your life. So many people don't really know what they want out of their life. They've never thought about what's the perfect day look like, what would the perfect year look like for me. And that's where we are right now. I'm trying to do all of this to get you prepped so that January 1, we can hit the ground running. So you need to get your tools, and you don't have to buy anything. You can go to Walmart and get a little, a notebook and just do it yourself, you know, in one of them cheap notebooks. I just like these little journals and fun things like this. And again, I am tracking everything and documenting everything. So I want, you know, there to be no excuses. And plus it's going to help with accountability as well. So anyways, just wanted to pop on here today. Again, I want to encourage you, if you have never sat down and made your top 100 bucket list of places you want to go, things to do, see, experience, accomplish, events, I mean, the sky's the limit, whether it's work, your faith, your relationships, it doesn't matter, whatever it is, write that down on your master bucket list and try and come up with, you know, you might be surprised, you might not even have 100. You might not even have 100. You might have far less items. But when we start working on your goals, we'll be breaking those down into steps. So anyways, again, this one, I'm not an affiliate or anything. I just wanted to share this with you. You can go on Amazon just like I did. It's Clever Fox, and you can look up bucket list journals. This is one that I saw after looking at all of them that I liked the best. You might find one that you like different. But anyways, I would love for you to share your bucket list with me, or any ideas that you have. Feel free to put those down in the comments. And I hope that you really get serious about 2025. And I hope you're like me and you want to become the best version of you possible in 2025. I'm so excited for me. I'm so excited for you. This is Nancy Gaskins, sowing seeds of hope and financial opportunity in communities around the globe. Y'all have a wonderful week.